This video is brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, and more. PlayTracker works by connecting to various gaming platforms and combining all your data in one place. It offers a unified cross-platform social experience, advanced game library labeling and sorting, fun challenges and progression system, and stats about games and the types of players who enjoy them. PlayTracker is for all kinds of gamers, like this one.
My top tags across all platforms are dating sim and psychological horror. I'm sure that says nothing about me as a person.
And this one.
My mate Captain Toe Jam 96 and I have a lot of games in common. We should tackle some challenges together.
And even me! I'm better than all of you. Unite your gaming multiverse with PlayTracker today and join the official Second Wind Guild to unlock exclusive profile decorations by playing games recommended by us, a group of ostensibly professional gamers with allegedly great taste in games. Ooh.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Firelink Podcast. This is episode number 96 for Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. I had Thursday, the 22nd written down, so let me tell you, that was a great move on my part. Just really proud of myself.
Start.
Marty Sleeper here, joined by Nick Calandra, Casey Woser, and producer Eric. And we got a packed show for you today. Also, right at the top, obviously, it's Wednesday. It's not Thursday. This is not a permanent thing. It's just I'm not going to be here tomorrow night, and so we had the option of either doing it without me or doing it a day early. And since big news broke today, might as well talk about it. Obviously, that big news.
Also, just lazy. We don't want to host.
Also, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Hosting is not fun. You end up writing a 22 down, and you have to say 21. It fucking sucks. Speaking of fucking sucking, obviously, we're going to talk about the big news that dropped today. Just continuing our 2026 parade of bad news across the games industry. Huge shakeups at Ubisoft, both in terms of games being canceled, studios being shuttered, sort of creative houses being created. Nick and I will go over some of that. Nick will have a bigger thing to talk about that with Eric on Friday's Unpacked. Obviously, Casey won't say too much about that because Casey has a conflict of interest there. So that'll just be a quick convo with Nick and I. And then we also want to chat about a couple other things. As I was playing games this weekend, the idea of set pieces came up, and I realized I think we all have different definitions of set pieces and what a good set piece is and a bad set piece. So we're going to try to figure out what set pieces are, along with some 2026 gaming resolutions and stuff we've been playing. Let me tell you, I'm sticking by my theory that when Yahtzee likes a game, it's always a good game. When Yahtzee doesn't like a game, 50-50 shot. It's a bad game or a good game.
I think that's fair.
He did not like this Mio Memories in Orbit, but I'm here to tell you guys, Mio is the truth. Silk Song, get the fuck out of here. I'm just living Mio life. I think you're gonna like Mio if you play it, Casey.
Yeah, I've been taking a look at it. Nick made mention of it to me. He's correct. I just haven't jumped.
It's a real mean game. Game fucking hates you.
Oh, it's like.
Oh, it's tough.
It's like
tough
difficult.
I think it's got a more difficult opening than Silk Song personally.
It didn't give that impression, weirdly enough. Like, it looks so calming and like
it looks too artsy to be tough.
Yeah,
get you a girl who does both. That's what Mio is a girl who does both.
I also think Yahtzee just chooses not to like games so that he has reason to poke my eyeballs out.
I mean, I recommended it Mio. I guess a lot of people recommend it Mio. But yeah, he mostly wants to poke your eyes out. Kid Barchetta says poor Marty was having his soul crushed out by Yahtzee. Oh no, you can make fun of the things I like. I don't give a shit. You could just be wrong.
Any stream we're on with Yahtzee, we get our souls crushed.
How are you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. Is everyone excited about a Chicago Fire, Chicago Medical, and Chicago PD tonight? Part of the Chicago Shared Universe every Wednesday night?
Are all three of those premiering on the same night? Like, is that how that?
They all
series
every
always
Wednesday
run?
you get all three of the shows. And granted, usually they're different stories. Every once in a while they'll have a shared universe story that's like like an Avengers level threat to Chicago, and it's mostly like a bomb blew up or something, or there was a fire,
Or like
and
the region drops to 50 below
the trees start exploding. There's ice quakes everywhere. They only filmed that show during the summer, if I'm being honest. They do not know what winter is like in Chicago. You guys probably aren't going to watch the Chicago shows tonight, though, right?
No, I'm actually anti the one Chicago universe.
You were only a fan of Kanye's Chicago universe.
Does any of this take place on the East Side? That's what I want to know.
Nick, how are you doing?
I am dreading this winter storm that's coming because it keeps moving farther north. And I want to make it 3 years in a row without having to use a snow shovel. So
that's insane.
It's gonna break your record.
Insane. I mean, you could just choose not to. It might be like a fire hazard. You might not be able to like open your doors or anything. But
well, like you're supposed to shovel out the sidewalks. I'm like, the kids like the snow. Like, why take that?
It's not about the kids. It's about the fucking elderly and the disabled.
Well, if they fall, the snow will pad
and
their
fucking
fall.
me. I don't want to slip on someone's fucking.
Well,
nasty ass.
You live probably stay inside.
You live in Wisconsin. Like, why are you slipping on snow in the first place? You should know better.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was waiting for Nick.
Like, there's. I live in Wisconsin. I should slip on snow more often.
No,
are you saying I should have like my sea legs? That's not how ice works. That's not how ice works. Ice is the great equalizer. I've said this before. Ice does not care if you're rich, if you're poor, doesn't care about your gender, it doesn't care about your race. Ice, you will slip and fall on your ass, does not matter. And I got to applaud ice for that. Love black ice. And I got to back up a little bit. I literally just said I have to applaud ice for that. I mean ice, literally frozen water. Other ice can get fucked.
Just had this. Just had this conversation where they're like, we're trying to talk about ice, but not that ice.
I need to make sure everyone knows I'm talking about ice, which is just cold water, not ice, who are soon to be history's monsters. Ice the drink.
Yeah, like icy.
Oh, icy. Well, that's a different thing.
But then, it's called icy, like you just said.
And is it?
Yeah.
Is it just ice or is it icy?
It's two E's,
icy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Icky. That's what's the flavor you don't like? You can call him Nicky. All right.
So fuck ice. Either way.
So yeah. In conclusion, fuck ice. Housekeeping stuff. We'll be back tomorrow at noon. At least Nick and I. I don't know if Casey is invited, but he might have other work stuff. We'll be back for the Xbox showcase, which I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be where we're seeing our first big glimpse of Forza Horizon 6, set in Japan, Fable, and Beast of Reincarnation, the new game from Game Freak, the Pokemon developers, as well as some unannounced things. Maybe Viva Pinata. Who knows? There's really no way to know. So yeah, please tune in tomorrow, noon central for that. That is 18 hours from now. Look at me, mental math.
How sad do you think Nintendo players would be if that Beast of Reincarnation comes to the Switch too?
Why would we be sad?
Why did I say all Game Freak's games?
Why would anyone be sad? I don't know why I just said Wii for myself there. I was thinking of the Wii as a Nintendo Wii.
You represent all of Nintendo.
No, Wii U. Let's talk about Ubisoft. Let's talk about the Rabbids, who famously made their debut on Wii. Possibly. I actually don't know that. I think they did.
I don't think that's true.
I think the Rabbids absolutely made their debut on the Wii.
They must have been cross-console.
No, I think they made their debut on Wii and then showed up everywhere else. But like Wii was the typhoid.
They weren't on Game.
That was the first.
They weren't on GameCube.
Right?
Rayman Raving Rabbids was, I believe, a Wii exclusive at launch.
Huh.
Yeah, but obviously Rabbids too big to stick to one console. Before we jump on this Ubisoft topic, thanks to folks already giving some super chats, including Quintuple with a $2 dono. Thank you so much. Half-Life Alyx 2 is a mainline Half-Life game, right? This is in
Half-Life Alyx 2.
If the new Half-Life project that Valve was to announce was Half-Life Alyx 2, I believe Quintuple is wondering if that would count as my unannounced mainline Half-Life game. I think so.
No,
right? Like Half-Life Alyx is a
Half-Life
mainline
3 is its own thing.
I don't think that's true.
But he didn't say Half-Life 3.
He said unannounced mainline. Fuck you, Marty. You keep getting yourself these open doors to change the rules.
Why do you think I get sued 10 times a week and wiggle my way out of it? I understand how to use that language.
You should be a lawyer. You should be a lawyer.
I passed the bar. I just choose not to.
Clamping it down.
There you go.
I tried. You ruled against me.
Look, I follow.
You know what? Case is all about reaching across the aisle.
Yeah.
The Genki Men, the Tuffykins. I can't remember what your team's name was. You had something with hard games. Impossible games?
Tuffykins.
Too hard to game.
Too hard. This is the first time that name's really sinking in with me, which is wild. And Will Cooling, thank you so much for a £2 down. I was starting to wonder why Marty sings Ice Ice Baby. First off, Ice Ice Baby, great song. Second best song with that beat to it, next to Under Pressure, which you just stole the beat from.
You sing that every time you start slipping on ice?
Yeah, and I tried to see if I don't fall on my ass and break my tailbone. And sure enough, I fall on my ass and break my tailbone. Excellent. All right, let's talk about this Ubisoft news. There's kind of a lot to go through, but not a ton to pick apart from it. So this will be mostly Nick and I, just to avoid any weird conflicts of interest with Casey. So don't worry about that. But yeah, news came out this morning, and it went wide on websites and then public at Ubisoft proper that there was just kind of a massive round of studio closures, cost cutting, and kind of creative reconstruction, which includes putting their teams into kind of creative pillars that reminded me of what Nintendo does with their creative houses. So that is one thing that I'm not crazy worried about, that part of it. That kind of makes the sense where certain pillars are focused on certain franchises. But alongside of that, 6 games were canceled, including the Prince of Persia remake, which was supposedly set to be released very soon. And then 7 more games were internally delayed, one of which seems to be the Black Flag remake, because a game was delayed that was supposed to come out before March 31st into the next fiscal year. So, and that also, studio closures. Just it feels like a pretty like massive let's try to cut off this limb to save the rest of the body. But Nick, you have a video, in the works that you and Eric are working on, unpacked on Friday about this. What were your big takeaways from this?
Yeah, my main thing is like I don't really know. All right, so at the creative houses at Nintendo, maybe you do or don't know this, but who do they put in charge of that? Like executives from Nintendo, or is it the creative leads that kind of take control of those?
I mean, I think there's ultimately like a head of those houses and then the creative directors below that. But yeah, there is like the Nintendo R&D 1, which is like they were mostly the group that was doing like weird tech stuff. R&D 2, which was doing, I think, like Mario games or Zelda games, that kind of things. But yeah.
So yeah, my general takeaway is like we haven't. How many announcements have we gone through of Ubisoft making changes now? Studio closures, structure changes, whatever. Have we heard anything about the people at the top taking accountability for anything? Because every statement that I've read seems like it's the market that changed. It's we're not hitting the quality bars we want. We want to be more for the gamers. Mm-hmm. I have not heard a single statement of like, hey, we invested way too much in games as a service model, and 9 out of 10 of those games failed. Or, hey, we invested all this technology into NFTs and crypto and all that shit, and that went nowhere. Like, how much money have they wasted on all these canceled projects, all these canceled endeavors? And the people at the top that made these decisions are all still in the company as far as we're aware. So Vantage Studios sounds like a nice thing, right? But then when you actually look deeper into it, well, Charlie Guillemot, which is Yves' son, the CEO of Ubisoft, he's the co-CEO of Vantage Studios. So what I was piecing together today when I was trying to dig through it is like, okay, so their board of directors has, I think, 5 people on it. 4 of them are Guillemot family. And now we're going to have 5 subsidiary studios or subsidiaries of Ubisoft. My gut tells me a member of each family is going to run each of those subsidiaries with a co-CEO so that they remain full control of the company.
Yeah.
So what is really changing besides, okay, we're decentralizing leadership, but also that leadership is still going to be on your ass at these companies. I don't know. Like it's we have to wait and see, but
sure. And yeah, this is building upon, you mentioned Vantage Studios. That was the news that came out last year that that's going to kind of be the, I guess, flagship creative house that's going to be focused on Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six.
Which they want to be annual billionaire franchises now. Billion.
Is that what they said?
That's in the press release, it says annual billionaire franchise.
That's whatever the fuck. Creative House 2 is dedicated to competitive and cooperative shooters like The Division, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell. Creative House 3 is about other kind of live service brands, For Honor, The Crew, Riders Republic, and whatnot. Creative House 4 is working on fantasy worlds and narrative-driven universes. So stuff like Anno, Might and Magic, Rayman, Prince of Persia, Beyond Good and Evil 2, which can't be real. can't be a real thing. Creative House 5 is focused on family friendly and casual stuff. Uno, Just Dance, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that stuff seems fine to me. It's just, I don't know, like you said, without like a major shakeup at the top. Like you see this in sports all the time where like when teams kind of hit a point where it's like, I don't think we can get any better than this, or I don't think we can get out of this rut. There needs to be like a massive restructuring. There needs to be a restructuring from owners to general managers to coaches and everything. And it feels like it's the same general managers and same coaches who just keep moving things around. I mean, like, maybe this season it'll work. Which
well, that's my gut reaction is, if they create all these different subsidiaries, then each one is going to be financially independent, is what they said. Mm-hmm. So all these individual subsidiaries can make their money back, and if they don't, then I guess that subsidiary takes the damage of the company. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what this looks like going forward. I mean, because they said they're going to handle both, these subsidiaries are going to handle both the development and the publishing side. Ubisoft, the top, is still at the top and handles the long-term vision and success planning of the company. So I don't know. It's almost like, it just reminds me of like working at Gamers, honestly, and like running Escapist as a subsidiary.
Every corporation. This kind of shit is just across the board. A couple Patreon comments related to this. Tyra over in the Patreon, thank you so much. Remember, if you're at that $5 tier and above, you can comment before episodes and we pull some of those. Looking at the way Ubisoft's new houses are structured, I can't help but wonder if House 4 is being built to fail, especially with Beyond Good and Evil and all of its development hell attached to it, and Prince of Persia, which has just seen its remake canceled. What a shame. Yeah, that's one thing we don't know. We don't know if each of these houses have different goals. Like, we don't know. And obviously we don't need to know. We don't work there. No. The people on camera right now do not work there. So we don't need to know that kind of stuff. I guess the proof for this is going to be in the pudding, right? The proof is going to be in the games that actually come out. And like, anyone who's like, Ubisoft has been creatively bankrupt for a decade and it hasn't released anything good, it's like, that's not true. Like, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown was fucking incredible a few years ago, and no one bought it. And part of it is that's a marketing problem. Part of it is it kind of released at a weird time. That was an incredible game, one of the best games of that year. And then that studio got pretty much gutted and sent off in different directions. Which fucking sucks.
Yeah, my big thing is like, I understand why, like, it's just a corporate press release, right? So like when they say we're gonna double down on our open world adventures and games as a service titles, well, yeah, like obviously, right? Like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Ghost Recon, those are all massive sellers. Rainbow Six Siege, I think Skull and Bones is like actually doing better than you think. With like a steady player base because it's still getting updates.
I hope it's doing better than I think, because I don't think about it at all.
well, then it's doing better than you think. But like For Honor's still going. For Honor's like in its 10th year. Rainbow Six is in its 10th year. So, all they really need to do is kind of update what they have with those successful franchises and not rock the boat.
There was another Patreon comment from Bartender. Shout out to bartenders. just bartenders in general. That kind of goes off that said, while Ubisoft receives a lot of mostly warranted criticism, I will say that they have been great at supporting games long after release. Just recently, Far Cry Primal, a 10-year-old game, received a free FPS update. Can't be very lucrative for them, and it's very consumer friendly. They did that with a bunch of Far Cry games, right? 3 and
Primal, 3
and 4,
or Dragon, and
oh, that's right, yeah,
and 3,
Dragon.
yeah, 4 they had already done.
Yeah,
they also did that recently for Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah. You mentioned, you've mentioned in the past how like they seem to be really good. Yeah, AC games, stuff like Crew Motorfest. Just kind of
I think
sticking.
I think they support their live service games better than anybody in the industry.
And a lot of the pretty much any other, especially for a AAA developer and publisher that's spread across so many different things. It isn't just like we have one game.
I think I definitely think they have it down. Like I'm not like a bunch of people are like, is Ubisoft going to die? Ubisoft going to die? Like, no, I don't think Ubisoft is going to die because you have the Division coming, you have a new Ghost Recon coming, you have a new Far Cry coming. Those are all going to sell multi-million copies. Assassin's Creed will continue to sell lots and lots and lots of copies. Like, what I'm more worried about is like, how downsized is Ubisoft going to be by this time next year? How many jobs are they going to lose? What is that restructure going to look like? And then, are we going to get anything new and fun? Because that was what Ubisoft was known for, was every showcase they did, they had a new IP to reveal at the end, and that was fun. They say they're still working on new IP, but I'm concerned that they're going to end up in the same path that they just are trying to get out of by focusing on all of this and not building anything new on top of it. But we'll see. But
agree with you there.
I don't think Ubisoft's going anywhere. I think it'll just be a smaller company. Which kind of needs to be. It got too bloated.
Their software is ubiquitous. Any other thoughts before we move on to topic number 2?
Nope. I don't know.
You do have more thoughts, and people can tune in.
Yeah, I'll have more thoughts on Unpacked.
Friday morning, fresh unpacked, right out of Eric's oven. There's a bun in Eric's oven, and it's heating up. Guys, we have a really special guest for this next topic, and I want to introduce him. Everyone, it's Casey Wesu.
Happy to be here.
I thought you were going to say happy birthday. It's Jesse's birthday. Your birthday's coming up soon.
No, Jesse's birthday is Friday.
And your birthday's coming up soon, though.
And my birthday is Monday, the following Monday.
My God.
I'll probably be buried in snow before then.
I will be dead.
So I will be happy birthday.
You want my shovel?
Pre-HBD.
I'll send you my shovel.
Your shovel. Everyone should have their own shovels. Everyone out there should own a shovel. It's one thing every human being should own. You never know when you're gonna have to bury a body.
I don't have that kind of shovel, actually.
You don't have a body burying shovel.
He already did that. He filled in his pool with concrete. We know what it was really for.
Yeah.
Shut up, Nick. Shut the fuck
up. Just the remains of his enemies down there.
Anybody that beat him to Smash is now below the ground in his pool.
Yeah, empty pool. Crazy. A little compliment from Casey. Never lost in Smash. That can't be true. I've seen you on several Sundays losing Smash.
There's documented evidence.
All right, let's make just an incredibly smooth transition over to set pieces. Pretend I said something that like tied into a previous sentence, and then it like seamlessly wove into set pieces.
Just quick time event, you're over there.
I like it.
Well, that's where we can start, right? Like, does a quick time event count as a set piece? Like, one of the set pieces is a phrase everyone uses about video games, and I think it kind of stemmed from summer blockbusters. Like a set piece is like, it's like movie talk, right?
Yeah, it's movie talk for like, hey, we spent a ton of money in this one little scene that's going to be like the scene that we show in trailers, the scene people remember. It's the bus and Speed jumping over the ramp. It's the Rancor.
The bus in Shang-Chi when he's
the bus in Shang-Chi. Listen, any movie that's got a bus
with a bus,
God knows there's a set piece on it. But how does that translate into games? In my mind, a set piece in a game is like a slice that feels guided by the hand of the developer, and B, feels different than the other stuff around it. And so a lot of times we talk about it in relationship to Uncharted games. Naughty Dog seems to be like modern masters of the set piece. And so in Uncharted, you're wandering around temples, you're shooting random dudes, you're trying to solve some puzzles, you got the quippy snarks, and then all of a sudden there'll be, you're dangling from a train over a cliff. And you got to climb this train as it's precariously going more over the cliff. So that feels like a moment that's like, here's a little slice of what we have in store that's very exciting for you, and this is something we can show off in trailers and demos and whatnot to get people excited.
Uncharted came to mind for me as well when this topic popped up. But I think
guess maybe because it is so much like a movie, like it makes the most sense.
Yeah, and that's and I want to expand on that aspect too, because yes, that term definitely was borrowed from movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it has a slightly different meaning in video games. Okay. And we may sometimes confuse the movie definition with the video game one, because yes, we absolutely call the Uncharted section where he's dangling from the train a set piece. But is he actually doing anything different than he does anywhere else? It's like the world around Drake in that scenario is maybe a little different, but like the gameplay still remains the same.
You're still doing the same climbing you would be doing on like a stress-free wall or something.
I have a new term for set piece moments in video games.
Wait, wrap up. Wait, what were you saying, Casey? You were wondering what?
No, I was just saying I'm wondering if video games would, for something to really count as a set piece, would have to be more specific to video games, where like the gameplay has to actually be the bigger draw and not like the sort of cinematic surrounding.
Sure. Yeah, which I very may well just be focusing on movies because that's kind of my background. So, Nick, you said you might have a new name for set pieces in video games.
Yep. The climax moment.
God damn it.
Isn't that just what? But that's what movies also have a climax. Like that's not.
I thought we were gonna go horrible about talking about fucking
that's the end of the movie. The climax.
The climax is not the end of the movie. That's not true.
All right. Well, in games they have multiple.
But you can only have one climax.
Yeah, you can only have one climax. You can have multiple set pieces.
Uncharted 3 has multiple climax moments.
Yeah, climaxes.
I don't think you know what a climax is. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm just gonna leave it there. I'll take my answer off air. Climax moments. Okay, so
I agree with Marty that a climax is like the highest point, like the most. This is gonna sound terrible. The most risen action of a movie. But set pieces, you can have multiple set pieces. They're just sort of standout examples of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in movies, usually it's like a big bombastic event. In games, we're still working on that. In music, though, would that count as something like a guitar solo or a drum solo? Like, does that feel like a set piece?
Yeah,
for that particular medium. So I'm trying to think of like what in a video game could you pull out and be like, this is equivalent to a set piece in a movie or a set piece in a song.
Maybe is it something where the mechanics, the way you interact with the game is very different from everything else around it. So to think of a game, two of us have played together on stream, the Dead Space series. An example of a bad set piece is when you have to get behind that turret in the first game and shoot those meteors. And that is like notoriously hated. That feels very different than anything else you're doing. It feels like, this is an exciting moment, but it falls flat on its face.
But it falls flat, I would 100% say that sort of thing is a set piece, and that was an example of a bad one.
Yeah.
So I want to pitch, because a thing that I can always consider a set piece that I loved is from Mega Man X, the armored armadillo stage. If anyone remembers,
yes.
At some point you get on like the minecart, and then instead of you running towards things and having control, jumping back and forth, everything is rushing at you because you're on the thing. The gameplay doesn't change.
Sure,
though you're still in place and you're shooting at stuff, but what does change is it feels a little more like the Nathan Drake style, but it's still gameplay related. Like it's not like it's happening outside of you. It does have an effect on like your movement, which is very important in a video game.
It kind of feels like the equivalent of we goof all the time how so many, especially older games and like beat 'em ups and stuff, had like an elevator level where you just you get on an elevator and you're still beating the shit out of dudes, but for this sequence you're kind of moving down, and then every floor introduces new dudes, or maybe the elevator gets smaller as you go down, and that almost feels like you're
little switch up of some kind.
Yeah, and you're still doing the same thing. Ninja Turtles is still beating the shit out of dudes, of foot soldiers, but your play space is kind of smaller, and you are in less control over moving on to the next thing and more of at the mercy of what is in front of you. I was even thinking about recent games. Think of a game like some of the big games of last year. Did Clair Obscur have set pieces?
Really? Yeah, cutscenes leading into like big bombastic boss fights, but
yeah, it didn't feel like you really did anything in the game that felt. The closest thing to set pieces were the optional platforming challenges, and those are optional platforming challenges, which I don't think would count here.
I don't know. Usually when I think of like set pieces, I'm thinking of like the game's most memorable moments. Gears of War, defending Dom's death, like that is a set piece moment leading up to that. The Uncharted games, the Tomb Raider games, like have all these, individual moments where like, the entire level is basically falling around you and you're escaping it. It actually, like when you brought up this topic, it actually made me think of like a lot of recent games aren't really doing big set pieces anymore because people got so tired of quick time events.
I also think they're probably set pieces are probably fiscally irresponsible. It is probably irresponsible to be like, we are going to devote all of our resources to something we can only use once. That's kind of why you see certain things reheated throughout the course of a game. FromSoft will introduce a boss early on in the game that just becomes a scrub enemy later on in the game. And it's kind of because it's like, wow, we already made this piece of shit, so we might as well just copy and paste them and put them down in the jungle.
Would you consider like I think that it's in the first few hours of South of Midnight, the first boss you kind of do where it's a musical set piece.
It feels different.
But then they kind of reuse it though.
Sure.
Because every boss has like a musical motif and sort of thing, and so, but they each, I don't know. I want that to feel more unique, but I think what Marty's saying is a true practicality, in that you really can't expect games to do something that different as like a one-off thing several times. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they're all set pieces. But maybe just because I want to say that the Uncharted games with this definition, they have bad set pieces. Like,
interesting.
Just in the definition of being a set piece, because you are still like, nothing really has changed in terms of the gameplay elements. It's just there's spectacle surrounding you.
Mm-hmm.
And what would make a good or better set piece is that the gameplay feels like the spectacle as well. Like there's more to it than
I would challenge that, because like,
okay,
while the gameplay is still the same, they change it up enough of like, because you just mentioned your environment, right? Like some of them you are like the plane falling apart. You are having to climb up a plane and fight people as you are climbing a plane, or the ship sinking in Uncharted 3. Like you're literally fighting as a ship is sinking and having to navigate the environment as that happens around you. Like I think those are like true set piece moments where it's. I don't really agree that like it has to change the gameplay. I think it just needs to be like that really specific, unique moment.
I do. It's funny. I started on Team Nick. Like I felt the same way at the beginning of this conversation.
I talked myself out of having support.
No. But then when Casey mentioned like we're just viewing it through a movie, I feel like the ones we're bringing up, we are just kind of viewing through a movie lens.
I'm not trying to say
set piece after set piece.
Yeah, but the ones that like really change, like in Silksong. When you quick earmuffs to anyone who hasn't played Silksong, this is in Act 2. There's a point where you get kidnapped and thrown in a jail, and you are relieved of your cloak and your weapons. And then there's an extended sequence where you have no weapons and you need to get your weapons back. Is that a set piece? That is something that is different than any other slice of that game.
Yeah, And it is still the game, but it's sort of stripped down and recontextualized.
Yeah.
And like that, similar to Eventide Island.
Yes, great example.
What do you call it?
In Breath of the Wild.
Not Breath of the Wild, the first one.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is the first one. Yeah, like it's that whole thing is a set piece, but like a gameplay set piece, not like a cinematic set piece. And I think that's what I was hung up on. Is like, yeah, we are using movies definition to tell us about the quality of like games, but I feel like games should be held to a different standard because their core is the interactivity. And if it's not interactive enough, I think that should be qualified as bad, even if it's an impressive visual cinematic set piece.
I would almost change. I almost feel like what you're describing, like with the Silksong thing, more of a scenario rather than a set piece.
I mean, that's what I think the phrase set piece is one literally all of us use when we talk about games, but I feel like it's one of those phrases we all use differently. It's kind of the everyone is like, well, I know what an indie game is, and everyone's definition of an indie game is different. It's like, well, at least we can all agree the definition the Game Awards has is not the correct one. We cannot agree on what the correct one is.
On what the correct one is,
yeah. And everyone will be like, "Yo, yeah, we do. It has to be under $400 it costs." And it's like, well, that's your definition of.
Yeah, like the most recent games that I can think of that like had big set piece moments would have been probably Final Fantasy 16.
Like the big boss fights.
Oh, those are like those
the big boss fights
QTE-esque
and
boss
QTE moments. Yeah.
So is Asura's Wrath a game full of set pieces, or is the fact that the entire game are bombastic cinematic QTEs make them a game devoid of set pieces? Is the most set piecey thing in that game the quiet moments?
It's the reverse. So when you actually get control of Asura and have to fight stuff, which is very rare, when
there's a 9-hour long scene where he just takes a nap, and you just got to watch him the whole time. He's so tired after fighting all those angry men. Yeah, I don't. It's tough. Like I'm trying to do Mario games in my mind are games that usually don't have a ton of set pieces. Although they'll be the end of certain Bowser fights feel like set pieces. There's one where Mario turns into a big scary kind of kaiju thing. Or in Mario Odyssey, you throw your hat on Bowser and you control Bowser escaping. That feels like a set piece.
Yeah. I would 100% agree with that. And I would say, maybe usually the Mario games don't do that. They've started Mario Odyssey, the same thing with the New Donk City thing.
Oh sure, yeah, that's you doing it to the music video almost.
That feels like this grandiose thing, but it's also gameplay focused, and it is changing. I mean, it's gameplay that happens elsewhere, but each of those feel like sort of homage set pieces, maybe not big ones, but little ones.
Yeah.
And then even Mario Wonder, almost every level tries to employ a sort of gameplay-ish gimmick. And some of those are maybe bigger than others.
Yeah.
But I think those all count. I'm convincing myself as I say this. I feel like we should start holding games to a different standard when we say set piece.
But then you wonder
if it doesn't have to be expensive. It just it needs to feel like it stands out in an interactive way.
When you play Mario 64,
the best example.
I don't know, what were you saying?
I was gonna say I think the best, the example aside from Uncharted 2's train level, the example that sets this whole conversation up is all gillied up in Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean that's probably if that's probably one of the most famous Call of Duty. I would argue, are its gimmick levels all set pieces? Is No Russian a set piece?
I would say No Russian's a set piece. I think Call of Duty is funny though, because those moments used to be so memorable.
Sure.
But now they try to make every mission a set piece, and so it doesn't stand. I don't remember jack shit from 90% of the most recent Call of Duty campaigns, but
it's
I can remember every moment of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 1, 2. I don't remember much of 3, but the set piece of attacking fighting at the White House in Modern Warfare 2 and trying to defend it from the Russians is a set piece moment I'll never forget.
Do you remember?
And it's because you take part in it, you're not watching it.
Yeah.
Which one? Which Call of Duty game did you go to the Clinton rally in?
That was 6.
Cold War.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 or Cold War. Yeah, you could go to the Clinton rally. You could play pedophile snap. Take pictures of all the famous pedos. it was great. That stands right alongside all gillied up and the nuke going off and your character dying. That's famous. Watching your daughter explode in a terrorist attack in front of a van explosion. What a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
All relevant.
It's all relevant. Yeah, there's no. I'm trying to think of more like recent like games that we can latch onto and be like, how much did you guys fuck with Hades 2? Like, does Hades 2?
I've not touched Hades 2 yet.
I feel like there are certain, without spoiling anything, there are certain bosses that feel very different than any of the other bosses, and I wonder if that's or is that just a good boss fight? Like,
that's just a good boss fight.
Is Psycho Mantis a set piece? Is the end a set piece in Metal Gear? Is Kojima always doing set pieces, or does he do them so much that he never does a set piece?
I think that's what I'm getting at. Is in video game terms, I think a boss fight can be a set piece. Like every boss fight can be a set piece for different reasons in video game terms. Like with that example from Metal Gear Solid 3, like every boss has its own sort of gameplay related gimmick and fight that's different than what you were doing prior to entering that section.
Yeah.
I think that should count.
Sure. I like that. Yeah. We had a couple.
So in conclusion, we still don't know what the fuck a set piece is.
Listen, it's the end of after we get done with the opening segment of every Windbreaker, I always say in conclusion, sometimes, the definitions are spotty. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. A couple Patreon donos came in. Thank you so much. Patman said, one of my all-time favorite set pieces is in Dead Space 2, the runaway train. And it models my belief well that a good set piece should be exciting, self-contained, and brief. I wonder if set piece should be a personal answer.
No, I think there's a real answer to what a set piece needs to be a set piece.
There's not.
A train.
Okay, now back in.
Gotta have a train.
Kind of like
or a bus. Or a bus.
I'm on board.
Buses count.
Yeah,
buses are just trains of the road.
Yeah.
Buses are trains of the road. I like that. And then Juicy Jeff, thank you so much, said, FromSoft set piece bosses always benefit from a little cutscene prior to each fight to add tension and gravitas. Bosses without it, like Pontiff Sulyvane in Dark Souls 3 or the Guardian Ape in Sekiro, deserve some spotlight that would have made them greater than they already were.
No, if a boss doesn't have a cutscene in the Souls games, that's what I'm afraid. That's why I know I'm about to get fucked up.
And I'll say for the Great Ape in Sekiro, to this day love its introduction. There's no cutscene because he's minding his own business, and as you get close to him, he kind of like looks over his shoulder, and the music drops. That shit is.
He starts
dope.
throwing shit at you.
You do not need a cutscene. Like it was cool, like it hit me every time it happens. Like I love that fight. That fight's intro so much. I actually hate the fight. That monkey beat the shit out of me.
Hey, but after you beat it, it's fine. You can put down your controller, grab a drink, everything's
You'll
fine.
never see it again.
Remember when Casey was watching me fight that thing, and I think I took it down in like the first try, and he's like, what the fuck just happened?
I want to say it was like maybe the second or third, and I was like, this is where I stopped playing, like, because it was beating me so much. Nick kills it the second time. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I learned, though, when I eventually went back out of spite to spite Nick, that I wasn't upgrading my, like, when you kill bosses, you basically go to like the equivalent of bonfire and you like make yourself stronger. I was not doing that
on purpose, or
I just forgot it was a mechanic and I was just fighting everything.
But then were you like, well, I've gotten this far, I might as well keep going.
Yeah.
No,
that was me with the McCurry counter. I didn't learn it until the very last boss fight of the game.
Like I went back and beat that boss and then beat several other bosses before realizing this.
Sure.
So I was still underpowered afterwards.
Listen, if speedrunners can go like level 0 through the game as an unga bunga, you'll be fine. You can do it. You're no different than speedrunners. Bunch of super chats came in. Murray the Demonic Skull, thank you so much, $2 Canadian. So are we no longer doing phrasing? I think we said something about coming earlier or something. Climaxing.
Climaxing. I mean, yeah.
Nosk, thank you so much, $3 Australian. Escaping the Abyss in Silk Song was a set piece. That was a good moment. That reminded me of the can't be called the Ginza tree. Did you guys ever play the first Ori? There's the one where you have to escape the tree. It's a real pain in the ass.
I didn't.
Yeah, where the water's coming up below you. Yeah.
Yeah, real pain in the ass.
Shit's annoying.
Very annoying. But when you get through it, you feel like a god. Mirith, thank you so much. And the Green Gang for 2 months. I think of set pieces as, quote, orchestrated moments. I like that. I feel like you can't have an emergent set piece, right? That's an entirely different thing of like, look at this thing I set up and the world reacted to it. That doesn't feel like a set piece. A set piece feels like a thing that had to be authored by a developer.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Maybe, right?
Set piece teabagging moment.
Like Eventide Island is a set piece. A moment that occurs on Eventide Island that you're like, oh, I set this thing on fire and I threw it and it set this guy's skirt on fire and then he sat on a smaller bokoblin. Yeah. That would be not a set piece. Question mark.
I think I can get down with that.
Murray, the demonic skull with $2 Canadian. Thank you so much. Are boss fights set pieces by any definition? I don't think so, because like bringing up Mega Man, like every Mega Man boss fight that's in a kind of square room that you enter and the door goes down and they have a normal health bar feels standardized at that point. If a boss was to do something different,
I would say God of War has a lot of set pieces, especially God of War 3. When you're fighting in the back of Gaia, or when you're fighting on Gaia
or like the Final Fantasy 16 boss fights that you were talking about, those feel like it. Yeah.
I think they can be.
Yeah.
They
wouldn't even
necessarily automatically.
Like fighting or taking down Kronos in like God of War 3. I wouldn't even say that's a boss fight. It's a little just a set piece level where you're gutting Kronos.
Yeah.
Because you don't really fight him, you just break his nails off and gut him.
Do all set pieces have to be titillating? Like, is excitement what you want to glean from a set piece? Can you have an emotional set piece?
Oh, yeah.
I would think you can have an emotional set piece. It's probably way harder to achieve.
Yeah, Witcher 3 romance scenes are set pieces.
You're watching.
So those are cutscenes, though. You little porno boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. God of War's sex mini games are.
God. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know at this point if we're stretching the definition, but like the ending of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, right? Like that would count, I think, as like an emotional set piece, or is that just? I mean, because I guess that's also the climax of the game.
Yeah, Spiritfarer had similar things. That just? Well, climax. Nick, the climax master himself is here.
Not in that game.
Oh, not that game.
Jeez.
Alex Armstrong, thank you so much for a $5 dono. Pissed because Sands of Time remake got canned, which is what Yachts wanted. Now I have to settle for the crap Steam version without gamepad support and glitches. Listen, I'm not here to tell you to steal video games. However, anything you can't easily buy in good shape, just steal it. It's fine. You get my permission. If the cops get mad at you, if your parents get angry, fucking tell your ma to call me. Seriously, tell your ma to call me. I have some stern words for her.
In fact, I'm going to talk to her right after this.
Listen, ma's love me. My ma loves me.
Mama's just going to turn around and tell him to fix his closet.
My mom would. She knows this closet's broke. She knows
every other mom
she
is going to tell you to fix your closet.
Murray the Demonic Skull, thank you so much for Casey saying my last super chat before Marty.
Got him.
I already don't know what that last one was.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, boss fights, set pieces by any definition.
Okay.
We already got to that point after he had sent that. And then Alex Armstrong again, thank you so much for a $2 donor. Best set piece is Spider-Man 4's helicopter chase. Sony first party games seem to be pretty good at set pieces.
that's their whole bread and butter.
That's their kind of bread. Maybe it's because they're so cinematic
style. Yeah. Like they've honed in on this is what a set piece is. And
that said, I would give
Flash.
I would give credit to Ghost of Tsushima for both of their its opening moment. That's a set piece moment when you're riding through the fields for its credit sequence.
Oh yeah, and does it go from
it's just straight gameplay,
screen, I think. Yeah, and then you get your little.
Yeah, so that's what you need. You need either a train or you need the widescreen to full screen that makes a set piece.
I lose my goddamn mind.
One of those two
do
things.
that. I fucking love it when a game or a movie
Your shit's about to get real.
ratio. Holy
I
shit.
just watched Tenet a couple weeks ago, and there's like
oh
the action
my god,
scene.
when they go backwards?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Then they go forwards again. John protagonist.
What a fun yet dumb movie.
It's a deeply dumb movie. It's like worryingly dumb, but I love it with all of my heart.
I thought it was a fun watch. It is dumb.
I agree. Any more thoughts on set pieces?
It's a set piece in real life.
Outrunning.
We all just went deep in thought.
No, because I went really dark. Just
seeing attending the funeral, parents dying is a set piece. Seeing those cop lights go on behind you, and then you just sort of press down on the gas.
The gas pedal.
That's a set piece. I'm telling you what. I do this every time I go grocery shopping. I ring up heirloom tomatoes as hothouse tomatoes, and it saves me like 35 cents. That feels like a set piece.
Carrying every bag of groceries in on the first trip is a set piece moment.
It is, but that's foolish. It's so easy. You're still young, Nick. You're gonna realize that like that's a bad idea. Your eggs are gonna break and shatter all over your floor.
When you race strangers on the highway, that's a set piece.
Absolutely a set piece. Holy moly.
Road rage.
Yeah. Beautiful. Lastly, before we get to what we've been playing and watching, I think we did this last year. I've done this the last 2 years. Do we have any gaming resolutions for 2026? And while we think about that, we have a...
Oh, good.
Oh, no, I was going to say we had a couple super chats or a couple Patreon comments come in that kind of pertain to this. Dower Dodger said, is 2026 the year of the backlog catch up? Are any of you guys attempting to catch up on backlogs?
That's always the intention.
Sure.
Always.
Easy thing to say in
January. New year has passed. Like nothing has come out yet. So now that this year has concluded, what did I miss? Can I make it? Can I get like that always happens? I don't know. That's the end. I don't know if I'll get to any of this shit.
The problem is the only come out yet, but we got Mio. We got a French game called Cairn coming. God, the Frenchies are going nuts. Let me tell you, Frenchies are out of their goddamn mind. They're just putting out some great games or restructuring their companies. One of two things, or winning game of the year. 3 different things you could do.
Yeah,
everything.
They're all over the place.
France.
Yeah. I have a large backlog I want to get caught up on. The problem is I end up fucking replaying games like a goddamn idiot. Fucking just
I don't know why you do that.
6.
You replayed so many games. You'll replay games that I've seen you replay. Like what?
I'm already replaying Earthbound. I'm replaying Earthbound.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly.
I don't remember it. It was years ago. Mopman. Thank you so much, Mopman. Gaming resolutions. I'd like to play more games, like spend less time playing infinitely replayable experiences and more time playing and ideally finishing actual completable games. I like that. Not that there's obviously nothing wrong with live service with forever games. Like that's how people stay in touch with pals. That's just people's kind of comfort food when you get home from work or want to escape the reality of hell. So I get it, but yeah, I do. Some people sometimes like how do I ask me how I play so many games, and it's I have no family, so I'm going to die alone, but I'll be surrounded by my games, and B, all of my games have endings that I just choose to restart and then start over again, but still endings.
So really, just a loop.
Was the last live service thing you got into the Avengers game?
My God.
The last console live service game was the Avengers.
Of all the live service games to get into.
It was COVID. Oh my God, that voice cast also incredible. Incredible voice cast. It's just like Critical Role. It's Laura Bailey, it's Travis Willingham, it's Matt Mercer. I don't even know these people are in the game. I'm just saying their names. I kind of have a vague memory of hearing them 5 years ago. But no, since then I've played Pokemon Go, I played Pokemon the card game, and I played Marvel Snap. I don't know if those count, but
no, those count. Yeah, because they have like seasons.
I put money into all 3 of those for a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then Laboratory Maniac, thank you so much. My New Year's resolution is to support indie creators, which is why I'm here on Patreon now. Thank you so much, Laboratory Maniac. Yeah. And also why I appreciated Marty's 20 rad games you missed in 2025 video from yesterday. I wishlisted some of those last night and played through And Roger before bed. I appreciate that, Laboratory Maniac. Yeah, check out that video. Eric did an incredible job of producing it. Yeah, just a great a video about 20 games from last year that we just didn't cover at all. You might have heard about some of them here on the podcast. I didn't exclude games we brought up on podcasts, but nothing we streamed and nothing we made an edited video on post-release. So, yeah.
There were a lot of comments very appreciative of you covering games that they actually did miss.
Oh yeah, sometimes it'll be like games you missed, and it's like Claire.
It's like Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's like no, you didn't. I think the only ridiculous one on that list was Kirby, and you know what? I just wanted that guy there. I miss that guy. He does huge sucks.
I mean, you could have to cover that. You could have said games we missed, because it's still true that I don't think anyone on this channel talked about that game.
The thing is, my original title was We Miss, but I remember from my IGN days, at least this long ago, that putting the onus on the viewer tends to have a higher click ratio than taking the blame, because they want to be like, fuck you, I missed these games.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it's like, no,
people clicked on that video like, Marty, you little shit.
Got 3 little weird dudes on this. I'm sure they missed something. No one's out there being like, I knew about Splatter World. There's always that one person. The 1993 spooky RPG that never came out anywhere. Shout out to Splatter World. The name of Nick's sex tape. Any other resolutions? You got any resolutions? Johnny Splatter World over there?
Mine is to KC, if you want to be Johnny Splatter World, please take it.
No, I was literally saying I don't think I have any game resolutions. I kind of accept the defeat.
Mine is to get into your pool grave.
It's not there.
Pool grave.
Mine is to play more narrative-driven games this year. Like the last few years, I've really gotten into like just gameplay. Where I used to be really big into story-driven games and all that, and I think I've kind of lost that balance, which is really annoying. Where like, you know, to play games like Disco Elysium or whatever, you kind of have to have an attention span. And then when I start playing games like Mega Bonk, I feel like I have no attention span left. So I need to revert my brain a little bit to, you know, be able to pay attention to stuff.
There's also like certain games though, like after a long day, where like I have night games, I have morning games, I have weekend day off games. Like if I fire something up at like 10 to midnight, I don't put like it's not usually like a narrative heavy game.
Yeah. No, I can't play like Mega Bonk is my game to put me to sleep right now.
Yeah. Have you been sticking with Xenoblade Chronicles at all?
I want to get back to it. I obviously have been playing through Cairn, which the embargo's up later this month.
You can't say obviously. People didn't know that.
Yeah, we're going to just segue right into what we've been playing, I guess. A game that you're going to be interested in that I have been playing is Kinutsugami.
Oh, you started playing that?
Yagamian.
Yeah. I just like one of those games. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to load it up, see if I like it or not. And it turns out I kind of like it. It really is, just tower defense with action. I think the combat is too simple for its own good. Like fighting bosses isn't really all that fun. But I do like the strategy of at least the tower defense stuff.
Yeah, I think that's maybe.
I have no idea what's going on with the story though.
A little.
Yeah, it feels like it is it's like diet RTS like management,
diet Dynasty Warriors,
and diet. Kind of spectacle combat.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
They kind of combine to be like, oh, this is an interesting pairing that I didn't think I wanted. Strong art direction.
Good music.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the stuff we used to get. It was like a dime a dozen back in the 360 era. That I know we say that for like a lot of kind of games, but it feels like something that like doesn't usually exist out of, especially the big AAA modern devs like Capcom. Kind of, it gives me a little bit of Pragmata too, which feels like, obviously a much different game, but Pragmata kind of feels like that. Like, ooh, this doesn't feel like exactly like the kind of stuff we expect from a modern Capcom. The big here's your Resi, here's your Monster Hunter, here's your Street Fighter. Almost feels like their version of like a AA game. Which I think is exciting. And I don't know, maybe Pragmata is not that. Maybe Pragmata is big and exciting, but yeah.
And still, I need to get back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. I still want to refinish playing that series, and then I did start Big Hops. Just really lovely game. Like, you just load it up and like you're immediately doing all the platforming stuff, and it all feels really good to play. I'm in this. I'm in the second area, which I'm not too pleased with because I fucking hate deserts, and it's a desert, and it's really visually boring.
It is visually boring. Have you gotten to the town part of it yet?
I just got there.
Okay, yeah, It's Big Hops is a very, very interesting game. Yahtzee played it last week on Yahtzee Tries, and I have a video kind of tangentially related to it, but also just about frogs in games that Jess is currently producing. Big Hops is a game that does a handful of things arguably better than I've seen any other game in the genre do. It's a sense of momentum, and as you kind of like master your movement and your grapple hooking, like, it is crazy how fast you can go, and it's totally in a skill-based fast. It's not like Sonic fans, close your ears. It's not like Sonic fast, where it's just like, well, the game told me to go fast now, and now I'm going fast. Yeah. Like, it feels like when you start moving fast, it's because you are doing good at the game, which is cool. Yeah. Also has those, nice. As the game goes on, those kind of emergent gameplay moments where you have all these different seeds that you end up throwing, and they do something in the environment that can help you solve a puzzle. So they can create a bouncy pad. It can throw a zip line between two spots. It could set you on fire. It can set balloons to something that can lift it up. And it feels like I'd be willing to bet that idea came from them playing Tears of the Kingdom and being like, oh, look at what they did in Tears of the Kingdom. This is interesting how they kind of made emergent gameplay challenges out of items. But I think it's cool. So yeah. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, what annoys me, like, I think I've discovered though, like, because I really do like love 3D platformers. What I don't like is this trend of like these more open levels where it's so much dead space in between the actual fun platforming parts, and that's like Big Hops runs into that problem right away in that desert level where it's like you're just running, and I'm like, no, dude, I want to be fucking jumping and doing cool moves and platforming, and instead I got to run across a stupid desert. Stop putting deserts in your games. They're so boring.
Except in Sonic Frontiers, you can put as many deserts as you want in Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, you can run through it quick.
Because he's fast, yeah.
Because he's got to go fast. He's got to go fast.
I remember that like Donkey Kong, though, was like, I just want to be doing the cool set piece moments and then all this running in between shit. Even though if Donkey Kong didn't have like destroying the environment,
it's the clock of life, Nick. Embrace the clock of life.
Always moving.
You been playing anything else? You been cocking on anything else?
Nope. Just been watching Fallout season 2, which I'm very much enjoying. Episode 5 is incredible. Really loved it.
I still haven't started it. It's too scary.
Yeah, I've never really cared about the narrative of Fallout, but like the show, I really enjoy the show.
As a new expert on the Fallout game series, I just think it's kind of offensive for them to translate such a deep, immersive RPG experience into a subpar medium like television. So I'm personally boycotting it.
Good to know.
Good for you. I'm glad you have standards.
I'm very excited to watch it. I honestly just keep forgetting it exists, and I just don't open up Amazon, so I just never get mad for it.
I feel like they're kind of dropping the ball in terms of advertising for the second season, if I'm being honest. I'm not seeing a lot of
it's all over social
talk
media
about it. Is it? Because I'm
there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on social media either.
I only get my social media from weekly issues of Newsweek. Unless you're taking ads out in Newsweek, I don't know about it.
Yeah. I did finish Pluribus as well.
You plugged out. Are you on Team Jack, Team Wrong, or Team Marty and Jenna, Team Correct?
Team Correct. Yeah. No, Jack's extremely wrong. Jack's just wrong. Jack's wrong a lot. It's fine.
Jack's, this is the first time Jack's ever been wrong, which is well. Disclaimer: you can't be wrong about art. Your opinion on art is
You can, and Jack is wrong about art.
A double disclaimer: you can be wrong on art. What I just said was a lie.
Let me hear your opinion first.
Yeah,
then we'll figure it
out. Red. Casey, you been playing anything? Watching anything?
I'm a little ashamed to say, like I've been working very hard on a particular video, so that has eaten up a bunch of time. But when I do have time to sit down and game, it's still Zenless Zone Zero. Like I'll sit on the couch next to my wife, and I'll get my little 8BitDo like backbone thing for my phone, and like I'll use the xCloud thing, and I'll just
play on your phone.
Yes, it works. Like when the internet's good, it works, especially because the combat stuff functions fine, but it's better on the phone for like all the side management stuff that just gets you more of the currency. So like when I'm not having to pay attention, then I can just do a bunch of this like extra shit. There's a whole like business management side thing that I'm working on right now. So it's a lot of like clicking through menus and like setting things up and like watching counters go. So like it's, that in and of itself feels like its own kind of separate management mini game
in Zenless Zone Zero, or in like your life?
In Zenless Zone Zero.
Gotcha.
Zenless Zone Zero.
I thought you were referring to like some business management thing.
No. Like they do this with their new seasons. Like they'll give you some sort of like gimmick, which is oftentimes some sort of mini game. Like one was like managing a restaurant back when I was playing it super heavy before. But it's like it's half puzzle game, half management game, because then you get the orders and then you have to fit the items in a certain thing. They're very simple, but they're very engaging. And it's because when you do well at them, you level up the thing, and then you're rewarded with all of this junk, like all the millions of things that you need to like level up your characters and do new pulls, whatever. So I'm hopelessly addicted is what I'm saying. And at some point, I would like to break this cycle so I can play other games, but I'm just not there yet.
So one of your resolutions is to break it.
It's to stop playing Zero, baby.
That's what I need to do with the rematch.
Raikkonen over in the YouTube chat says, any Enfield enjoyers tonight? Have you heard about this Arc Knights Enfield game that I think comes out tomorrow?
You're going to try that? Comes out tonight.
I might. It comes out tonight. I might try it because yes, I've been seeing scuttlebutt about that. I've been seeing stuff about another game too called Everness to Neverness, some stupid bullshit like that it's called. But the gameplay looks like exactly what I want.
I'm gonna Google exactly what you said. Everness to Neverness.
It's called Neverness to Everness. Way different.
Neverness to Everness. It's a dumb name. But it looks like the same sort of gotcha nonsense with just a shit ton of games mixed in one game, but all the games look kind of fun.
Its name Chinese translates to Strange Ring. Should just call it Strange Ring.
Yeah, that's a better name.
Strange Ring Things. Strange Ring Things? Stranger Things? Strange Ring Things?
I'm be honest.
That is. Oh, God, anime music. Don't go to the website.
my relapse to Zenless Zone Zero is making me curious about trying out Honkai Star Rail. And I know that's the JRPG one.
Sure.
And people really, really like that. So I'm curious if it'll have enough of all the other trappings to make me deal with and come to appreciate the JRPG stuff.
Sure.
Because again, Claire Obscure is making me want to take that genre a little more serious. So maybe that can count as a resolution too. Is that, hey, I'm gonna give JRPGs like a good old college try once again.
Gotcha. It'd be incredible.
I've been thinking about
it. If these games can be gateway drugs into getting you to play other RPGs, I'm all for it. It's like how I'm all for the kids seeing Five Nights at Freddy's the movie. If it can get them to end up watching The Shining, then good for them. If they don't end up watching The Shining, they're fucking dead to me. It's a horror.
I don't know that
horror gateway. Horror.
Sure. Why not?
When I say horror, it sounds weird in my mouth. Dow Dodger, thank you so much in the Green Gang for 2 years. Said beat the habit, Casey. Dow Dodger believes in you. But speaking of the habit, far too many frogs. So the $2 dono said I deleted my Honkai Star Rail account. Gambling addiction sucks. It could get. See, I'm
not spending any money. That's the thing. I have not spent any money. Like I'm good on that. Like it doesn't.
Sound like you're a mooch.
Doesn't make
I think you're mooching.
Yeah, you're just a mooch.
Support artists.
I mean, no. When I got hooked the first time, I bought into their battle pass for like every month I was playing because I was deep in it. Now that I've come back, I'm trying not to fall even further.
You technically lied. You said I haven't spent any money. You did spend some
this
money.
go round. I'm talking about this go
round. Addiction part 2.
Exactly. Yeah. It's only a matter of time, Casey, before that wallet opens up.
Nick, how many times did you? How much money did you spend on Marvel Snap?
And not anywhere near as much as you did.
Me?
Yeah, you.
You don't know how much I did the monthly pass for 6 months.
I did it like 3. You're a liar. Right. You played that for like a year.
I don't think I played it for a year. I feel like it
you
came out
remember,
in May, and I think I was done by the time.
As you played it for a year and forgot that time.
I'm very quick to pick up addictions. Anything in life, very quick to pick up addictions. Also, incredibly quick to drop them. I'll just drop them overnight. It'll be nuts. I'll do a rewatch of a show. I'll burn through 3 episodes a night, and I'll get to 4 episodes left in the whole thing, and I'll just stop. That's probably not good. I'm going to be honest. It's why 90% of my relationships have not worked out. Because I'm getting a little too serious. What if I just pumped the brakes on this one? Everything's fine.
See, at least with Rematch is my current addiction. I'm unhappy with the amount of hours I have into that game.
You're happy or unhappy?
Unhappy. Well, because I have a not healthy amount of hours in that game.
Like how much?
There's no such thing as a non-healthy amount of hours in a good game.
I mean, that game came out last year, and I have 600 hours in it.
That's too many hours. That's too many hours.
Yeah.
We got it.
Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me.
Too many hours. You're still fucking around in the same dungeon in Persona 5 11 years later.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah. Eric asked 600 total or just on one account? No, that's total across two accounts because I started on the second.
You have a burner account?
No. I started on the second Wind account and I racked up 300 hours on there, and then I moved to my personal account, and now I have 300 hours on there.
Dios Mio says more than 20 hours in any game is unhealthy. I agree. Once you hit the 20-hour mark, it's unhealthy. Take an antibiotic.
Some games are
20.
Entirely 20 hours.
All right, then I'm done with Persona. I finished that a long time ago.
Of course you are. You could never handle a hot goth Dr. Waifu. Resident Chuni with a $5 dono. Thank you so much. There's only one Mobage that respects your time and money, and completely unironically, that's Uma Masume. That's the horse girl game?
Yes, the horse girl game, I think.
Respects your time.
That was the whole reason I started watching that show, was to investigate the game, and then I forgot to ever play the game.
I kind of like the idea of why did you get addicted to gambling? I started investigating the troubles behind casinos, and then I went to a casino. I was like, oh, gambling fucking rips. And I just started gambling. Sucks. That's funny as hell. Anything else, Casey?
I've been watching Homeland with the wife. She's been binging through it, and I've been
Baby Chalamet.
Yes, that surprised the shit out of me when he popped up.
Yeah, it's like a jump scare.
Because he was legit, not like an actual baby, but just very baby faced.
No.
He's also a douchebag in that show. It's very funny.
He's a real piece of shit.
But it's a really good show. I'm surprised. These sorts of kind of military-esque procedurals, I feel like they have a shelf life. They'll have a strong premise and then kind of burn out. And this series is freaking 8 seasons long. We're in the back half of season 7 now, and they keep pulling up these super interesting scenarios.
Yeah,
where it's some of the same people, and they annoy the bullshit out of you, but you still want to see how all these situations resolve. It's a really good show. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was even at the time when it was out, when it was at its high, it was in conversations, maybe just one rung below the peak of TV at the time. It wasn't usually talked about in the same way Mad Men, Breaking Bad, or Thrones were, but it was just
I
on the next
knew the
level.
Name, but it was never something that was oh, I need to get around to watching Homeland. But
I think it was also on Showtime, which no one
it's on Showtime
has or had. So
yeah.
If you like that show, you gotta watch The Americans.
Americans is amazing.
Yeah, so that I have heard about and have been oh, that's something I should probably check out.
Yeah,
but I assume
you need to watch
very similar.
The Diplomat on Netflix.
I think I have seen some of that. Was that a movie or was that a series?
It's a series, and there's one connecting thing between them. Kerry Russell, and Kerry Russell is.
Oh, Kerry Russell's one of the leads of The Americans.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
gotcha.
she's also
I've not seen the
lead
show,
on
so
Diplomat.
I don't know.
She played Felicity in the hit J.J. Abrams dramedy Felicity, if you remember.
I know the name of that show. I've never watched a single episode of Felicity. I don't know.
She gets killed in the opening 5 minutes of Mission Impossible 3. She plays a spy and also possible former love interest of Oscar Isaac's Poe Dameron in Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, because of the connection she had with J.J. Abrams, the director of that movie, from Felicity. Full circle. Life is a spiral.
I know of all these things you are naming and cannot for the life of me remember the person.
You know about Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker? You know about
I've watched that movie. I know who Oscar Isaac is and Poe Dameron. I have no idea who the
she's in she's in the movie for about a minute. It is very quick. There's a very quick moment where I'm like, why are you even here?
Don't you question why Kerry Russell's in a movie?
I would let
her do whatever she wants.
Never. America's sweetheart, truly.
Okay.
I don't even know if she's American. It's very possible she's British.
Her existence is a total just blind spot to me, I guess. Like when she shows up, like I just cannot. I can't see what the fuck happened.
It's just like, it's just the color teal. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, like what?
It's like very beige. What? I don't know what's happening. Face blindness. Anything else?
Carry blindness.
Carry blindness. Awesome. I've been playing 2 games. I can talk about both. I give a hearty reco to. The first being, if you watch Yossi Tries today, Mio, Memories in Orbit. That is a new Metroidvania in the Hollow Knight flavor. I feel like we now have to sort of say, like, what kind of a Metroidvania does this feel like? This feels like it's kind of more in the a little bit of Hollow Knight, a little bit of the loneliness of the best Metroid games, also with some near flavored what is life philosophy and kind of mechanics that speak to the fact that you are a robot. And so, this is a French indie Metroidvania. I mention French because to me the game feels French. And I don't know what that means, but even the art kind of looks French. It has this like, Yahtzee called it cell shading. I don't, to me, it's not cell shading. It has this like watercolor kind of Mobius look to it, almost like the game Sable.
Yeah.
Sable with an S that came out a couple of years ago.
Like pencil work.
Yeah, you can almost see the sketches. Yeah. You'd see the line work at certain points. Usually when a game kind of looks this unique and looks this kind of singular, then that is what the focus of the game is. But that is existing right hand in hand with like some legitimately great Metroidvania gameplay, some great combat encounters, like boss encounters that are tough as nails, a feeling of excitement when you get a new ability that allows you to traverse previously unobtainable areas or allows you to create shortcuts back home. Story-wise, I'm a little like this feels like Sad Robo trying to figure out if they're real or not, which sometimes that ends up really good. Like Nier Automata is about a sad robo trying to figure out if they're human or not.
Why are indie games always so sad?
Everyone's sad. You make art about what you feel, and everyone's sad now. Like
that checks out.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this so far. I played a little bit on our Steam Deck on the shared account, and then it came out on everything, and so I bought it on Switch. Really enjoying it so far, though. Highly recommend it. With the caveat that I'm only like 2.5 hours into it. It's also, I believe, available on Game Pass. So,
that's neat. Do you know if it's lengthy? If this is one of those several hour joints or a couple?
Definitely feels several hours. Judging solely from when I look at the menu, there's a lot of blank spaces.
Okay.
And like I've unlocked new pages to the menu. Also, literally in between Yahtzee Tries and this stream, I got to my first thing that I would compare to. We brought up Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown earlier. They had those platforming challenges. It's almost like clearly a challenge room that you don't have to do, but if you do, you'll get something good at the end. And it had a challenge that was like, had me crazy sweaty, like the best ones in Prince of Persia or in like Hollow Knight. And finally finishing it, I was like, fuck yeah, felt great. So I'm excited for this one. Gonna definitely play more.
You are absolutely selling me.
It's good. Give it a roll. It's got a little bit of you're gonna have to like swallow some bullshit at the beginning. Definitely some pretentious bullshit. Beep boop at the beginning. Once you get to your first boss, I think you'll really start feeling it.
Cool.
The other game that I believe comes out tomorrow, but I believe embargoes went up, is a game called TR49. And this is the latest game from Inkle Studios. It came out today, excuse me. Inkle Studios, the developers of stuff like Highland Song, 80 Days, and Heaven's Vault. And this is a capital D detective game. Similar to mechanically similar to Sam Barlow games, similar to Her Story, to Telling Lies, and to Immortality. The hook of it is you are a character who's like woken up in this room, and you don't know where you are, you don't know who you are, and you don't know why you're there, but you are in communication with someone, and that person is saying, "Hey, you're the only one with access to this computer, and we need you to get a file that is buried deep into this computer." And you're kind of like, well, I don't know, who am I and why am I doing this? And you're like, I'll explain everything, but you need to just keep digging through this computer. And the computer is this old, like, retro future, like 30s, 40s computer. And what you're doing is navigating kind of based on like a Dewey Decimal System, like at the library, except that files are found the way the name of the game is found, TR49. So it is the initials of the person who created a file and the year they created said file. So this podcast, in my point of view, would be MS26. Marty Sleva, year 26. You find out these bits of information as you're reading and sort of downloading the data of what happened in this world. Who are these people? All of the data is kind of centered on these like these like writers and artists who clearly had some kind of like there's something going on with them and the war and like a lost art and maybe something supernatural. If you dug the story in like an Immortality or something, you might dig it here. But it is one of those games that I think the writing and the voice work are so good. And the mystery is so interesting that it kept me engrossed to be like, okay, well, how much deeper can I go? Like how many more layers of this onion can I uncover? That being said, I played a bit of it because I got a code over break. I played a bit of it. I took a week off, and when I went back to it, I was fucking Gandalf in the Mines of Moria of being like, I don't know anything. I don't know where this game is. And I was like, there was no onboarding back of like, here's all the information you had gathered. I'm like, fucking, where was I in this thing? And so it is extremely easy to lose yourself in, figuratively and literally. Like you can lose yourself in the story and it feels great, but then you can also be like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Which can be a little tough. So I haven't finished it yet, but I'm really enjoying it. A big reco for anyone who's a fan of those, like I mentioned, those kind of Sam Barlow detective games, or kind of fun speculative sci-fi. Really enjoying it. T49. I don't know. I'm playing it on Steam. Works great on Steam Deck. Works great on controller. I don't know if it is also coming to Switch or anything. Looks like Steam and the App Store, the Apple App Store.
Oh wait,
this game would
Apple?
This game would work fine on phones. It feels like this should also put this on Switch. Just on iPhones, iPads, ITVs. Is that, they don't call them ITVs, do they? Apple TV.
Apple TVs.
ITV would be a terrible name for a thing. But yeah, that's TR49 by Inkle Studios, who I'm a big fan of. So nice. Folks can check that out. Available now. You have anything else? Playing? Watching?
I forgot to mention a Night of the Seven Kingdoms pilot came out this week.
Also, I've not watched it.
It's very good. It's feels very still feels Game of Thrones, but very much more fun and lots of heart in it. And
yeah, I read the first novella. a couple months ago, and I really enjoyed it. So it sounds like the show. I know Darren is a big fan of the show, and he says it only gets better as it goes on. It's only 6 episodes,
right?
And they're like short, kind of half-hour, 40-minute episodes.
It's perfectly casted out of the gate too. I just it's like, you know, the spin-off shows kind of, you know, aside from House of the Dragon, because like that's basically Game of Thrones again, you know, same type of political drama and all that, but like different spin-off shows can kind of be hit or miss for a lot of franchises. I think this feels perfect. Like
I mean, from
got
all
a lot of
accounts, people
genuine
are saying
laughs
this is a bigger hit than House of the Dragon. From what a bigger hit, as in, I feel like the reception of this is more positive than universally positive than the reception to House of the Dragon.
Really,
which is interesting because it's obviously a smaller stakes.
The reviews wise or like viewership wise?
Reviews wise, I have no idea viewership wise. Critically as much it is.
I don't know that it's super clear that this has to do with Game of Thrones. Like when folks kind of see it preview, if they're, you know, just on HBO, they don't seem to be pushing that connection, which might end up hurting it, honestly.
Yeah. I wonder if that's I wonder if people are, because they're like trying to, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to like shy away from the negative connotation of Game of Thrones or I haven't watched the rest of it, so you know, this feels like too much baggage. But at the same time, you want to kind of let people know that this is the
fans. But
you know, I'm always wondering, like, I mean, because you know, HBO's working on like how many different things to Game of Thrones universe kind of stuff.
Sure,
but so far, all of it, you know, aside from the season 8 or whatever, like all of it's been really quality. Reminds me of like what I want from Star Wars, like these different quality shows. But
don't worry,
you know,
Dave Filoni and him not enjoying Andor will fix everything.
Is that a real quote that he said? He did not enjoy Andor?
No, it is on background. My theory is someone else was up for the job as the head of Lucasfilm and didn't get it and is trying to sully his name. Listen, he might have said all that shit. My theory is that someone is pissed that he got a job that they didn't, and they're like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to start saying all this stuff. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't like Andor. Knowing his, he feels like a guy might not he probably doesn't like Andor because everyone was like, this is the only good Star Wars thing in 35 years. And he's like, I've devoted my entire life to this shit.
Filoni's an interesting one because like we all have different opinions on these Star Wars shows. Like I love Ahsoka and I liked The Acolyte for what it was. So like I don't know. I guess I'm not as hard to please. I hated the Obi-Wan show.
The Acolyte was fucking good.
Acolyte was good. Acolyte was great.
Obi-Wan was very boring.
Manny Jacinto's too attractive for Star Wars. That's the problem. Like Manny Jacinto looks too good to be in Star Wars. You got to throw some uggos in there.
Like Obi-Wan and like the most recent seasons of Mandalorian, I didn't really enjoy, but I liked Ahsoka and I liked Acolyte, and I love Andor. So 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna make 1 million Star Wars,
passing grade.
Some of them are good.
Some are gonna suck shit.
It just happens.
Excellent.
We get a Maul trailer tomorrow.
We get a Maul trailer.
Oh, the Darth Maul series.
Yeah.
There's a Darth. I didn't even know there was a Darth Maul series.
Yeah,
I thought you meant a trailer for like the Maul. I was like, Mauls are doing trailers now? Aren't they dead?
Paul Blart Mall Cop is now getting a limited HBO series of his life after being a mall cop.
Damn.
And that's
Paul Balcony, Mall
drug dealer.
Shout out to Paul Blart Mall Cop, friend of the show. Kevin James.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Skeleton Key as well. Thank you, Ty Frank. I did like Skeleton Key as well. So
I haven't seen that.
That was bad for babies. That's fine. I don't know why. I didn't think it was bad. I don't think it's for babies either. I just didn't enjoy it. It's fine. Sometimes people
that's
don't enjoy
okay.
things.
Everything's
fine. Everything's fine. Look at Nick on the deserts of Tatooine, his favorite backdrop.
I've been here for a long time, and I'm not happy about it.
That's going to do it for us on this Wednesday evening. Remember, this is not a permanent change. This is just where the slot happened this week. Should be back at our normal Thursday time next week. And speaking of Thursday, a reminder tomorrow, tune back in at noon Central. Nick and I will be there doing the watch along of the Xbox Showcase, which we're both very excited for. Speaking of that, Nick, what else do you have going on? What should folks check
I
out?
am so excited. Like, personally, so excited to see Fable tomorrow. Like the concept art that leaked for that. Fucking hope Playground knocks it out of the park, and we get Forza Horizon 6 tomorrow. So I like,
konnichiwa from the Isle of Japan.
Yeah, Murray asked, "Am I still doing pickleball?" I am. Apparently, I'm supposed to do a Patreon video for that. Yeah, I'll have Unpacked out on Friday, covering the Ubisoft stuff, and then I am currently working on a video essay for Cairn, which should be out by embargo, should be later this month, and then I'm doing a billion other things, getting back on track with Beyond the Pixels podcast. Got sidetracked with the vacation, so new episode on that coming out soon, and then getting ready to record more episodes of that.
Lovely.
And I'm gonna go to the gym after this because I'm weird.
You don't need to give everyone like every detail.
Gonna breathe.
Breathe. Probably lay down at some point. Casey, what do you got going on?
Yeah, not that much. Like I said, I'm still working on a Patreon video of my own. Hopefully that'll be out. I mean, the plan is for that to be out before the end of this month, so look for it soonish. Yeah, outside of that, the regular. Me and the fiance started the Seance of Blake Manor last Friday. We'll probably be continuing that this Friday, assuming we still have power stuff. But I don't know. I think the snowstorm's supposed to hit like on the Sunday into the Monday, so we'll probably be fine to do all our regular streams and stuff. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and some folks asked, there was no Hot Monday Energy this week because of the holiday, but you guys will be back this Monday, assuming everyone's not frozen
we should
and
be
dead.
And it'll be Jess's first time running the show.
Very exciting. Yeah, Jess is going to be folded into the to the game choosing and playing group. So if you're getting tired of the tastes of Jesse and Casey, well, you have a third taste to get tired of. It's Jesse's. And everything's going to be probably kind of spooky, kind of witchy.
Yeah.
Kind
of story heavy.
Kind of story heavy. They'll be great. It'll be a great foil for the games you guys dig.
Because Jesse hates spooky games. Everyone knows that about Jesse.
He gets too scared is the problem. He's just constantly too scared. And a couple folks, Shinzu, asking, have we chosen what our next game is going to be on Wednesdays? We haven't. We haven't found the thing that'll spark joy. We need to sit down and figure it out.
Yeah, I have kept a list of the suggestions we got during the last stream we did, as well as some stuff you guys mentioned in the Discord. So it we'll figure it out. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's climaxing.
It's climax time. That's gonna do it for us. Incredible. For Nick and Casey and Eric, this was Marty. This was Firelink, episode number 96. Thank you all so much. Everyone who watched live on YouTube, anyone who's watching the VOD, or anyone listening on your podcast service of choice, we appreciate all of y'all. I hope that everyone has a great rest of your Wednesdays, rest of your weeks, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
We'll be climaxing on episode 100.